How's it going, y'all? Right now I am in what I think is a pretty good example of one of the nice but not the most extravagant neighborhoods here in Andover, Minnesota. You can probably guess why. Today's video is a virtual tour of Andover, Minnesota. All right, let's get to it. How's it going, friends? Future Jesse here. I shot this part already. The file was corrupted. So anyways, here I am shooting it again. My name is Jesse Lynch. I run a real estate team here in the Twin Cities. We are called To the Twin Cities. Hardest working real estate team in the game. This YouTube channel is all about helping you find a place to call home here in the Twin Cities, whether you're moving here from out of state or just buying a home for the first time. So if either of those things appeal to you, do us both a favor, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get notified, give this video a thumbs up, and say what's up in the comments. Actually, specifically, I want comments about where you would like to see videos on, or even what types of neighborhoods you want to see videos on. Does that make sense? I get if you're out of town, you're like, I don't know what neighborhoods I want to see. You tell me. But I don't know. I just want to know what kind of things you're looking for. So I would love that, and I truly would love the thumbs up. It's helpful for the YouTube algorithm. It's not for my ego, although it doesn't hurt. But okay, no more rambling. I'm going to show you around the beautiful suburb of Andover, Minnesota. All right, y'all, right now we are at Bunker Hills Regional Park, Bunker Lake Veteran Memorial Park. I don't know, honestly, it's just a giant place and with a ton of recreation. Disc golf.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Golf course? Actual golf course?
Yeah, Bunker Hills, just to the south.
How does that rate?
It's a beautiful course.
Beautiful course?
Yeah, take my word for it.
That's cool. I don't know anything about golf. Nick does.
There was actually a gentleman chipping here in the park like 20 minutes ago.
That's what that guy was doing?
Yes, he was hitting golf balls.
Okay, fair enough.
Plenty of space.
There's a playground over there, and there's all these pavilions around us, and there's Bunker Lake, naturally, where you can do some recreational activities. You're not gonna be able to have like a cigar boat out there.
No, certainly not, but I'm sure that there are some nice fishing piers up there.
Indeed. So, what about the borders?
Borders to the east, you've got Ham Lake. Just to our north, I believe Oak Grove. To the south, Coon Rapids. Southwest, Anoka Champlin, and then Ramsey's to the west, probably about 10 miles if I had to guess.
This dude does the directions the weirdest way, but it's fine.
I spend a lot of time on the highway. So we are about 30 minutes north of the metro area, Minneapolis-St. Paul specifically. But it's really easily accessible. There's a lot of highways that can get you here quickly, so it goes quick.
Yeah, and it's kind of a suburb, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, but it's almost the same amount of time to get to downtown St. Paul versus downtown Minneapolis. I don't know if that just has to do with like the highway system and how that's structured. Yeah, but it's going to be, like you said, half hour, give or take. Andover has a population of like around 33,000, which isn't huge, but I feel like 10 years ago, it wasn't really much of a place at all.
No, not at all. It's actually grown just shy of 9% since the 2010 census, so it's pretty consistent.
Overall on niche.com, Andover gets an A- as a whole, as the whole city. The schools, more specifically, get a B+, but that applies to Anoka Hennepin Public School District as a whole.
However, more specifically, all of these schools within Andover are rated A-.
And there are two public school districts that serve Andover. The main one, which basically carries most of the water, is the Anoka Hennepin Public School District. And the second one is the St. Francis Public School District.
That being said, the schools that are serviced by the Anoka Hennepin District are rated A- overall. Whereas in the northern portion of Andover, you've got the St. Francis School District, where you're getting a C+ rating overall there.
Yeah, so if you're trying to move to Andover and you care about schools, that's a very specific detail that you're going to want to look for.
Definitely worth noting.
Yeah, which school district are we falling into? Okay, so as far as housing goes, the median single family home price is $430,000, which honestly surprised me quite a bit. But you were just showing some people some houses, right?
Yeah, I've been actively showing clients up in this area a lot of homes, and there are plenty of 3-4 bedroom houses that are in the high 200, low 300 range. So there's plenty of affordable inventory as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I think the truth is that there is that affordable inventory, but there's again a lot of new builds coming in to this specific suburb, and we're talking 600K plus for some like pretty sweet McMansions.
Yes.
Yeah, big time. But that's basically all of the statistics that we have. So I don't know, what do you think?
I think we should show them around a little bit.
Let's show them around. All right, y'all, right now, I don't even know what this neighborhood's called. It might not even have a name.
It does.
Andover isn't so pretentious that all of the neighborhoods have names. That's actually a park sign. But
yeah, you're right.
This neighborhood is basically a pretty good example of the more like affordable end of Andover, a little more established. These houses over here, super nice houses, and you might be able to get into them $350,000, $400,000
on the high end.
Yeah, you think that one?
Yeah, I mean, it varies depending where you're at, but I mean, nice neighborhoods, but not egregiously priced.
Yeah, and actually Nick was saying that a really common, like, sub $300,000 home, you're gonna find like a Rambler or a split entry. But we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of living in Andover.
All right, so starting with some pros, I would say that Andover is competitive with my hometown of Chanhassen when it comes to with outdoor green space and just parks, walking trails, places to go and get outside and get some fresh air. So that's awesome. The schools are great, like we mentioned earlier, roughly A- overall for the area. And it's quiet.
If I'm being honest, I'm actually surprised Nick didn't say that his favorite thing is that these places have huge yards, because they do. Check out that yard. Pretty good. And that one isn't even that big, but a lot of the new builds have just like giant yards, half an acre, pretty common.
A lot of the lots that my client and I looked at up in this area were roughly around 0.3 acres, which is pretty sizable.
Pretty good. A lot better than the city for sure.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of brings me to the last pro, which I would say is that it's like relatively reasonably distanced to the cities and pretty similarly convenient to either one. But then I'm gonna roll that right into the con, which is that some of it gets pretty out there, pretty off the beaten path, a little bit on the boonies.
Yeah, if you go a little bit further north, yes.
Once you get into that St. Francis School District, that's pretty far up there. I mean, I think on the low end, 45 minutes probably from the Twin Cities.
Yeah, most likely. We're not far off the highways where we're at right now.
And my next con, I would say, we kind of talked about this earlier, but if schools are very important to you, you have to be very careful about where you end up, and just know that the schools to the north, the St. Francis School District, not nearly as good as the Anoka-Hennepin School District.
So even though I had mentioned that there are definitely a handful of affordable homes in this area, statistically the median, like Jesse mentioned earlier, is in the low 400s, with the median sale price around 426, so just shy of 430. Also, this can be a con depending on who you are. You do get out here a ways and you can find yourself on a property with well and septic, so which is not for everybody.
Yeah, if you're a couple city, it's like us, you
city water,
don't exactly know what that means, but we have since learned. But definitely first wells we ever came across, I don't know,
it's a different experience.
It's like, where are we?
Yeah, we're out here.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the pros and cons of Andover. I'm gonna let Nick go, and then yeah, I'm gonna show you around a little bit more. All right, y'all, right now I'm at Bunker Lake Road right here, J Street Northwest right over there. And this is really sort of a commercial center to Andover. Right behind me, there's a Walmart, there's a pizza ranch, there's an Acapulco restaurant, and then right behind the camera, there is a place called Willie McCoy's. It's a very popular bar here in Andover. Just behind that is Andover Lanes, and over here is the Andover Cinema, which does have the good, comfy seats. Big fan. Oh, also, just over on this side of Willie McCoy's is a Target, and right back there is my brokerage, Realty One Group Choice, great brokerage. So now I've been driving all over Andover over the last couple days, and basically trying to think of like what places does this feel most like, because I have this for fans of section, and I think I settled on the place that it has the most in common with is Lakeville, and it's literally on the opposite side of the metro, but in terms of like amenities and mostly like a newness and then like an open space. Like I said at the beginning, this is the furthest north suburb or anything that I've done on this channel yet. I will do more, I promise. And so if you're looking for things that are somewhat similar to Andover that are also on the northern end of the metro, I would check out Coon Rapids, Anoka, and Blaine. If you're not as tied to the up north geography, I would check out Lakeville, definitely, Farmington, definitely, Savage, Shakopee, Prior Lake, those kind of places. And as always, if you have any questions, if you're thinking about making a move to the Twin Cities or just buying your first house here, you can call or text the number on the screen. You can email us at the email address on the screen. You can hit up our website, tothetwincities.com, or you can find us on social media, but for sure, website, call, email, text, most preferred things. I would appreciate that very much. And before we go, shout out to Nick and Alex. They're literally both just killing it for me, and I appreciate them very much. And while you make your way out of this video, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel, click the little bell to get notified, give the video a thumbs up, say what's up in the comments. I appreciate y'all watching this. I hope you've enjoyed Andover. Again, if you're looking for a lot of space and not neighbors that are right by you, and maybe a new build or maybe a house from post 1980 and you want suburban conveniences with a taste of the country, then Andover will be an excellent spot for you. All right, hope you enjoyed this. We did get through it. Whew. All right, take it easy, y'all.